Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to vlog number 48. Um, I don't even know what to say anymore. Just pretty stressed out. Pretty stressed out with the people in Kingston. So my friend, who I went to school with, um, and who's on my PS4, we talk, sometimes, here and there, we stream sometimes, and you know, um, yeah, yeah, he came to my place in Kingston because he was in Lansdowne, Ontario, which is not too far from Kingston, right? I think it's like maybe what, like half an hour or 40 minutes, I'm not too sure. Um, so I was telling him what's going on. I just told him that I'm like fed up with, the people in Kingston, this whole thing, with my family not talking to me and, them cutting me out of their life. They're never gonna talk to me again, and they're never gonna see me again. So it's not just my family, though. My friend, I don't even know if he's my friend anymore, but I mean, I thought he was my friend, but apparently he doesn't want to help me out anymore. So yeah, I got fed up. I said some shit. So it is what it is. I mean, I come from a different era. I come from a different time. If I don't agree with certain things, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be your friend. And like, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. And he said I'm a stupid fuck. Well, whatever. I know when someone's lying to me, and I know when someone doesn't want to help me out. I know when someone's bullshitting me. I wasn't fucking born yesterday. I've been in the game. I've been around. I know that. You know, I've never heard of a gift certificate for Denny's. Like, is there even such a thing? Because I've been to Denny's lots of times with a lot of people, and I've never heard of a gift certificate. But you know how I know that he lied to me, though? If he had a gift certificate, where was it? Why didn't he take it out? A gift certificate is like a paper, isn't it? Or a card or something. Okay, like, and then, you know, he turns around and tells you, well, you can go to the car, you can wait outside. When someone usually tells you that, and and they're trying to pay for their purchase or whatever, you know what I mean, and they tell you to go wait outside, it's like they don't want you to see. It's like they're hiding something, right? That's how I knew that he lied. Gift certificate, that's a bunch of bullshit, because I don't Denny's doesn't do that stuff. Denny's only does like coupons and stuff like that. They don't do gift certificates, gift cards. They don't do any of that stuff. I've never seen any of that stuff before. So, so whatever, we just kept arguing. We argued a few days ago, then we argued again yesterday. It's just bullshit after bullshit. You know, I'm still renting the PS4. I'm still renting his PS4. Cool. All good. I'm still going to get my ODSP at the end of the month. All good. But when it comes to like next month, like the end of September, there might be a little hold, and he might get his payment like more later because I have to, when you move to a different city, you have to change things over, and that takes time, and then, stuff like that, right? So, whatever, man. I mean, he didn't message me saying that he wants his PS4 back. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't. But I think he knows if he does that, he's gonna lose out on me paying him. He's not gonna get any money from me. It's all good. And he doesn't want to help me out with what he used to help me out with. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he used to help me out quite a bit. I used to, the smoking thing, and stuff like that. I just don't know what's so hard about it. Because the other people I dealt with never gave me this big issue, okay? You message somebody on Sunday saying, "Can you help me?" You expect them to help you at least by Tuesday or Wednesday, not Friday or Saturday or Sunday or next week or a week later. I don't fucking roll like that, yo. Like, people before that I dealt with, within 2 to 3 days, they can get me shit just like that. They can get me the stuff just like that. It doesn't take a whole damn 7 days. So, like, that's not. I understand he's a friend. He's not a dealer, but I'm just telling you right now, that's not good for business, man. Like that. If he was gonna like do a business and he was gonna help people out, yo, man, like he needs to get his shit together, man. He needs to like, and he's like, oh yeah, you're not my first priority. Well, I messaged you last Sunday asking for help, and you still can't help me out. So, what does that tell me? You know what I'm saying? So, whatever, yo. I don't have time for that shit. So anyway, so my friend came to my house in Kingston on Friday evening because he was in Lansdowne. I was messaging him on Facebook, back and forth, and I was telling him, man, I just want to get the fuck out of here. I'm done with these fucking people in Kingston. They're just fucking bullshit. People are just fucking lame in this fucking town. This, and then he's like, well, yeah, man. If people can't be there for you. People can't understand that you're struggling, but my friend said the same thing. He's like, a lot of people are still telling me that it's not worth no PS4 is worth $200 a month. You can own your own PS4 for that price, or for like 250 or 300, whatever. You can buy a brand new one for 350 or $400 at Walmart or EB Games or wherever else. So, but whatever. I mean, I'm gonna pay the guy. So, but I mean, he's not gonna know where I'm at. So if there's a late payment, people have to deal with that. You'll get your money when you get your money, you know what I mean? So, anyway, so whatever, my other friend came. I'm not going to mention any names here, but my friend came here and he picked me up and he brought me to his place in Toronto. So, and if you guys seen, oh, I don't know if you're going to see my Facebook. People, not everyone has my Facebook, but people that are on my Facebook, they're gonna say, "Hey, wait a minute. He changed his status saying that that he lives in Toronto now, and that he changed his picture at the Toronto TTC bus stop, and my cover photo on Facebook is Victoria Park Station. Okay, cool. They're gonna think, he's around that area. Yeah, but you don't know what house I'm at. How you gonna know what house I'm at? Yeah, you might see the picture, but you're not gonna see what area and what house I'm at. You know what I mean? So, and I did bring the PS4 with me because I mean, technically, it's mine because I'm paying for it. I understand if I wasn't paying for it. I mean, even though I'm renting it, it's still mine though because I already gave him money for it. I already gave him $100 already. So yeah, at the end of this month, it's going to be 200. But I don't know what's going to happen now though because now I'm in Toronto and my friend said I can stay here for like a few months until I can find a place or whatever. You know what I mean? He has an extra room here. Of course, he's going to charge me still because, I'm going to be staying here, but he's only going to charge me 300. He's only going to charge me 300 though. He's not going to, but he doesn't want me like making it, he doesn't want to make it permanent. It's only temporary. It's only for temp. He doesn't want to make it permanent, you know what I mean? He said maybe like 3 months or something like that, no more than, because after 3 months, you might get tired of each other, seeing each other every day, living in the house with that person every day. You know what I mean? So, but during the week, my friend does work, um, so I'll have the place to myself. He does have a girlfriend, but they don't like live together. They like to have their space. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just the way their relationship is. They like to have their. Well, I guess his girlfriend lives with her family or her parents or something. I don't know. So, but anyway, yeah, I was telling my friend what's going on, and he was close. He was close by. He was around. He was closer to Kingston because he was in Lansdowne, Ontario, and he was telling me, yeah, man, like fuck that shit, and he even told me I shouldn't even pay because the argument that me and Lewis had. He's like, well, yeah, I wouldn't even pay that guy, yo. Like, you're back in Toronto, fuck it, yo. Like, but I have the PS4 with me though. That's the thing. I brought it because he came in his like car, and I put a few things. Like I put my clothes, my paper. Yeah, man, I just like left. But I just told my landlord that, yo, I'm just going for a visit. I'll be back by the end of the month, but I'm not coming back. I'm not going back to Kingston. You know what? People are telling me, my friends telling me that I shouldn't pay, Lewis because of whatever reason. He said it's not worth it. He's like, well, and then my friends tell me, well, what is he gonna do? Like, you're in Toronto. Like, yeah, like he has family in Toronto too, but yeah, but he doesn't know where I'm gonna be. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of my friends telling me the place I'm staying at right now. He's telling me like, well, he doesn't know where you're gonna be, so who gives a shit? But you know what? Nah, man. I'm not gonna do. I mean, I'm gonna give him his 200. I'm still gonna email e-transfer the $200 because it is what it is. But for the end of August, but for the end of September, yo, I don't know, man. I don't think it's just. I'm not gonna. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. But then he's gonna probably message me, say, yo, like, yo, where's the money? Where's the PS4? Like, but yeah, well, I'm in Toronto, so you're in Kingston, so you know what I mean? So I'm just fed up, man. I'm fed up with a lot of people in Kingston. my life was just shutting down. I mean, my life can be shutting down in Toronto too. I mean, I'm surprised I even came back to this fucking city. But I mean, I could stay here maybe for like a few months and then, go back to Kingston if I wanted to. I could just take a few months off, but I'm not going to be able to go back to the place that I was staying at. I mean, I had a good place. The basement was wonderful, man. But things were just shutting down, with, starting, with Selena and then my sister and then my other family not seeing me or talking to me. And then, I met Lewis and then he stopped helping me out and then he started getting a little rude. And then we met his friend in Gananoque, and then, the conversations that they were telling me that, oh yeah, I should beat up Selena, I should beat up my ex-girlfriend, blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't want to have friends like that. Okay, so you know what? Cool. I'm still gonna pay the guy for the end of this month, but the end of September and October, whatever happens, happens, man. I mean, I'm gonna be living my new life out here now in Toronto. So I'm just, I had to go, man. I couldn't take it anymore. And after what I was saying to Lewis, I thought he was gonna like come after me, because he seems like that kind of person, right? I thought he was gonna get like some people after me and shit. So that's why I really contacted my friend. I have a lot of people. People don't know. People only know the half of me. They don't know. They don't know the full JRH, the James Robert Hicks. They don't know the real me. They don't, they think because I'm on Ontario Works that I don't know any people. They think I don't have any friends. I have a lot of friends in Toronto, not in Kingston, but I have a lot of friends in Toronto. I grew up with a lot of people in Toronto. This is where I was born. This is where I was raised. This is where I went to school. This is where I learned. You know, I left this city in 2011 or 2010 because I was just hanging out with the wrong people. Just like recently in Kingston, a few people have told me that Lewis is the wrong person to hang out with. I have I had two friends named Lewis. I had Lewis in Toronto. He was Latino. And then he started taking advantage of me and started using me, and he started a whole bunch of bullshit. And then he got in trouble with the police. He went on house arrest and stuff like that, so I stopped hanging out with him. And that's another reason why I moved to Kingston from Toronto, because of all that bullshit, because of him. And now, this thing, and then I met another Lewis, like, years later in 2017. You know what I mean? And then just his personality, I don't really like that. He's Portuguese. He's like, because he's Portuguese, he gets into people's faces. Well, yo, that's not right. One day you're gonna talk to the wrong person, and then whatever happens, happens, man. So, he thinks I'm a little punk. He thinks I'm a stupid fuck, while he doesn't know the real me. He doesn't fucking know the full James Robert Hicks. He doesn't know. He doesn't know the people that I know in Toronto. He doesn't know my family. He's never met them. He There's a lot. I have a lot. Like he has a lot of people too. He has a lot of connections. So do I. If he doesn't want to fucking help me anymore, so fucking be it. I don't give a flying fuck anymore. I have a lot of connections. I have a lot of people. But even if I was in Kingston, I don't have a lot when it comes to marijuana. I don't have a lot of fucking people in Kingston. But in Toronto, I know at least, what, 20 people? Not all of the 20 people can get me in. Maybe two, three, four out of the 20 people I know can get me it. And the stupidest thing too is they're not gonna charge me fucking only $60 and up. If I want to get a gram, if I want to get $10 worth, they'll give me $10 worth. If I want to get $20 worth, they'll give me $20 worth. Like, what the fuck is this $60 only shit? Like $60, $120. Like, why the fuck does it have to be 60? I've never in my life, I've never heard of someone doing that. Never. Never, never, never. That's not normal and that's not right. So the people that fucking do that, they're fucked because most people will charge you for what you want. They'll charge you $10 for a gram, $20 for 20 grams, $30 for 3 grams, $40 for 4 grams. So give me a break. This fucking $60 and up bullshit. Like fuck that, yo. So yeah, that's another thing that pissed me off too. That's why, things. And then there was a time when I was with Sully, I was with my ex-girlfriend. She told me not to talk to Lewis anymore because, well, back then when I was with her, back like in March, April, and May and stuff, she had a car, and she would always help me out because she was my girlfriend and she cared about me, she loved me, we were in a relationship, right? So we would always go to Big Greens. We would always go to like her cousin's place. You know what I mean? She told me not to bother with anyone else. Like, who cares about those people? Like, we'll get a better deal. And Big Greens in Tynega is really good. A lot of people complain about their bullshit, about their product. Well, I've never had an issue, never, with any of their products at Big Greens. I've always had a good time with the stuff that they sell. Okay? So don't give me this bullshit, oh yeah, their shit's garbage, blah, 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 blah. You can spend $50 and get 7 grams. You can spend $60 and get 8 grams. If I give him $60, he's only going to give me 7. Big Greens will give me 8 fucking grams. You spend $100 and they'll give you 14, where him, I have to give him 120. So tell me that. So tell me that right now. Which is better? Big Greens will give you a lot, a bigger deal, a better deal. But people say, well, their stuff is not as good. Yes, it is. Because when I go in there, I always ask them, which is the good stuff, so it's still $10 a gram. And I go for the ones that have a lot of THC, that has a lot of crystals in it, and you can see that it's like shiny. You can see on the stuff, I usually get like, OG Kush or whatever, you know what I mean? So, or like whatever they have. But I've never had a problem with any of their stuff. So, so I'm just getting at a point here, you know, but people like dealers and stuff, they're gonna get upset because they're losing because these stores, they're getting all the profit. Well, that's the fucking future, ladies and gentlemen. That people have to deal with that. It is what it is. Everyone in July 2018, everyone's going to be going to the store. They're not going to go to their dealers anymore. Nobody needs that anymore because they're going to be legalizing it everywhere in Canada, in Ontario, whatever. Every store, like wherever they sell it, it's going to be legal. It's going to be legalized. And no one's going to give a fuck about these fucking drug dealers and these friends who help you out with that stuff. Nobody's going to need that shit because soon enough, in summer 2018, you know, by this time in 2018, in 1 year, everyone is going to be going to the LCBO. But dealers are upset about that because, you know, well, welcome to the future. That's the future, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. I mean, people are probably still going to buy from their dealers and shit. But why do you need to? When you can go to the store and get it. Just like right now, if you have a car, you can go to Big Greens. They're open until 10 o'clock at night, every night. You can go to Big Greens in Tynega, Ontario, and you can buy whatever the fuck you want. So fuck these fucking drug dealers. Fuck these people who can't help you out. You know what I mean? But I have a lot of people in Toronto that could help me out. That's the thing, which is a better thing, which I love. You know, that's what I'm saying, that Toronto is better than Kingston is more safe. Yes, there's not a lot of crime. There's not a lot of people getting killed and shot and stabbed and all that other shit. And, you know, drive-bys, but I've never been in that situation. I never seen that situation. I never been through. I mean, I don't go to the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I mean? I mostly stay indoors. I don't really go to the bad areas of Toronto. I don't hang out with gangs. I don't do that shit. That's just not for me. So yeah, I'm just saying a statement. I mean, but yeah, I got fed up. You know, I moved to Kingston. Um, the holidays of 2011 on Boxing Day on December 26, 2011, and it is now August 19th, 2017. So, you know, we're getting into like, not quite, but we're almost at the end of August. You know what I mean? So the end of December to the end of August. I mean, how many years is that? I mean, the end of 2011 to the um, so well, December, the end of December 2017, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 6 years. So it's already been about 5.5 years since I did live in Kingston. Yeah, so that's a long time. I never thought I was gonna last 5 or 6 years in Toronto, in Kingston. I never thought that. So it's time to move on. It's time to go back to the city. It, and that's what happened. That's what I did on Friday night. It that's what happened. It was it was time, after 5, 6 years. I mean, it's just think about this. It's like going to college. When you go to college for 4 years, and then it's time to come back home. That's it. I mean, for a few years, Kingston was great. It got better when I met Selena. But then, officially on May 20, and the end of May of 2017, that's when we just called it quits, and there was no communication, there was no connection, we just disconnected, you know what I mean? And that's it. That's it, guys. I mean, that's just the way it is. So, so 5 long years, or 5.5, almost 6 years. I mean, it won't be fully 6 years until Boxing Day 2017, and it's like not even the end of August yet, right? So I mean, August, September, October, November. Yeah, we still have 4 more months until 6 years. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 5.5 years, right? Because it's like 5.5, not quite 6. It's 5.5 years. So that's old. That's a long time. I mean, yeah. But things were going great, man. Things were going great, and then I met Lewis, and then I don't know what it is, but every time I meet a friend named Lewis, things just turn to shit. Just like my friend Lewis Harrow, his name, whatever. I don't care. I don't talk to him. I don't care if I say his last name, Lewis Harrow. He's from Peru, from Lima, Peru. So after what happened in late 2010, early 2011, things kind of got fucked up. But I didn't really move to Kingston until late 2011, like the end of. I went to Peterborough because I was in a bad situation in Toronto. But now that I'm back in Toronto, I'm not gonna hang out with certain people just yet. I need to like get myself settled in for a few months. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna unblock the Lewis in Toronto. I'm not gonna unblock him right now because I know if I start hanging out with him again and the other people, I'm just gonna get used and taken advantage of. I'm just gonna do my own thing this time. The friend that I'm staying at right now, my friend's place I'm staying at right now, he's cool. He's a really caring person. He's not gonna give me a hard time. He makes a lot of fucking money. He's making what, like $20 an hour. So he has money. He's loaded. I mean, I'm not taking advantage of him. He's offering he's offering to help me out. But he's still, no matter where you go, you still have to pay at least rent. You know what I mean? But he's only gonna charge 300 because the room is kind of small. Like it's just like a single bed. It's like a little desk. There's like like a chair, little desk, and like a little closet and a little dresser. Um, Enough for my stuff. So, but yeah, he was just fed up with hearing me complain about certain things, and and who knows, man, maybe he'll get me work. We haven't talked about it, but I think that he's probably gonna get me some work because he doesn't want me to like struggle. And then you know another thing too is my friend, because he makes a lot of money, I don't have to worry about going to food banks and stuff like that. He'll probably help me out. Like he'll get the food and then like we'll probably eat together. Um, and he'll help me out with some money. When I run out of money, that's the person that he is. You know what I mean? So, and yeah, and he's helping me out. He helped me out with the phone because it's not the greatest phone. It's a BlackBerry. It's just something to use right now until the end of the month, and then I'm probably gonna look on Kikiji because they do have Kikiji in Toronto. I mean, I was actually looking in Toronto on the Kikiji for Toronto, and it looks really good, man. It looks a lot better than Kingston, but there's a lot more people in Toronto, right? So yeah, it was just time. 5, 6 years was enough time in Toronto, in Kingston. It was just I had to go. Originally, I wasn't supposed to leave Kingston until 2018, but things just kind of got out of hand, and I just didn't like certain things, and I was just fed up with certain people, and people not talking to me, people hating me. You know what I mean? When it comes to situation, yeah, I know they don't really come to your house really as much. They don't really, and when it comes to paying for the PS4, like my friend, like Lou's not gonna come to my house. He doesn't want to waste his gas and come all the way, all the way to my house in Kingston because, that's why we do the e-transfer, right? So he gets it right in his bank so we don't have to see each other. The only time he comes to the house is if he has something for me, right? You know what I mean? But that's not gonna happen anymore because he's already shown me. He's already clearly stated that he's like, well, you don't need to get high, you don't need to get drunk, you need to focus on moving and getting a place. Like, well, I'm not gonna get a place in Kingston. I already fucking told you that, you know. And I told my friend that too, where I'm staying right now. I told him that too. He's like, well, that's kind of stupid, yo. Why does he care about if you move or not? Clearly, even my friend saying that too. He's like, well, clearly he's telling you, yeah, you shouldn't get drunk and you shouldn't get high. You need to focus on other things. He's probably just saying all that because he's basically telling you that he doesn't want you to have a good time. He doesn't want you to have the fun. He wants you to like focus on other things, on moving to a different place. But clearly, he's saying that, well, you know what, I'm not helping you out anymore. The only time he's going to really, really do it is probably when you have the money. He doesn't want to help you out anymore. That's basically what he's stating. So, I already know. I'm not stupid. I know. I know what he means. So whatever, man. I'm just done with that bullshit, man. Fuck it, man. I'll have a better time here. He has family here too. He comes here too. I mean, I guess not often, but because he lives in Kingston. But I mean, that's his problem. So whatever, man. So cool, man. You're gonna get, he's gonna get his payment for the PS4 because I still have it. But like come October, the end of September, I don't know what to tell you, man. I just don't know what to say because I have to change everything over to the new ODSP, and that's gonna take some time. And I don't even know. The end of this month will probably be like the last time because yeah, after what he said, he's not gonna help me out anymore. well, fuck that, yo. I'm not gonna pay you then if you're gonna be like that. Yeah, I'm gonna pay you until the end. I'm gonna pay you the end of this month, but at the end of September, I don't know if I'm gonna pay you or not, man. Because if you're not gonna help me out anymore, it's not right. I'm not gonna. It's not fair to me. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna pay you anymore for your PS4. So, what are you gonna do? I'm in Toronto. What, you're gonna go to Kingston? You're gonna go to the place in Kingston and cause trouble and say where the fuck I'm at? You're gonna cause trouble with the landlord. Well, you're gonna risk getting yourself in trouble. You're gonna risk getting charged. You're gonna risk going to jail if you go that far. Even if you send people, you're still gonna go to jail. Remember, I know where you live. I have a real good memory. I remember where you live, so I can tell anybody where you live. So if you pull a stunt, and if you come after me, and if you trespass, and if you cause any bullshit, that's going to be on you and the people that you send. So I would think before you go fucking crazy and before you go to the next level, because if you go to the next level, that's going to be your problem, and then you're the one risking yourself and getting charged. So so do what you got to do, man, but you're not going to come after me because you don't even know where the fuck I'm at. I'm not in Kingston anymore. And you know what? Part of that is because of you, man. Part of that is because of you. But like I said, man, you want to threaten me, you want to come after me, you want to send people after me, go fucking ahead. See where that gets you, man. See where that gets you. You want to go around breaking fucking people's knuckles? Go ahead. See where that gets you. It's gonna get you to a dark place. It's gonna, you don't want to fuck around with people you don't know. Okay? You want to go to jail? You want to get charged? Then come fucking bring it, man. Come fucking bring it. Because you're just asking for trouble if you fucking pull that stunt. But you know what? You don't seem like that kind of person that's gonna do that. But I'm saying if you do that, then there's gonna be trouble, man. There's gonna be war. You're gonna be arrested. You're gonna go to jail. You're gonna be locked up. Like I said, I have a lot of connections. I know a lot of police. So go ahead, man. Pull that stunt and you'll see what happens. But if you want to be cool, then yeah, I'm going to pay you every month. I'm going to pay you for your PS4. I'm going to figure out a way that I can still pay you. You don't have to see me. I'll just e-transfer you. But if the payments stop getting paid, then there's a reason. I understand you paid $500, whatever you did, but that was your choice. That was your choice. You could have went to Hawk Shop or Chumley's. It got a PS4 for only $200 or $250, not $500. But because you went to a person Well, that's your problem, not mine. That's your fucking problem. That's like really stupid because who the fuck would pay $500 for an original PS4? Yeah, it's a limited edition, but who the fuck would pay that kind of money? You know, like, and then the fucking thing freezes, it turns off, this and that, so it's not really worth $500. But cool, man. I'm gonna pay you so you don't come after me. It's all good, man. Whatever, man. So, but I'm just saying, man, you better not threaten me, and you better not go to that house in Kingston, because if you do, yeah, I'm not there, but you're gonna have to deal with the people upstairs, and then those people upstairs. You know what I mean? They're gonna press charges for trespassing. You don't live there. You don't have. If I'm not there, you don't have the right to go there. And if you sneak in the backyard and you come to the door and you start banging on the fucking door, someone is always home. So they're gonna hear. Someone's gonna hear. And if they come downstairs and they see someone's breaking in or someone's banging on the fucking door, well, and then they contact me or they contact whoever, then that's it. So do you really, really, really want to go that far? Do you want to risk getting in trouble? I mean, that's your business. But so far, he didn't message me saying I want the PS4 back or he's going to come after me or whatever. He just said he's only going to talk to me at the end of the month. And whatever, man. So, but I mean, I had to get out of Kingston anyway because if, of course, if I stopped paying him and stuff like that, he knows where I live. He would come after me if I didn't do that, if I didn't pay him. And that's why I came out to Toronto, because yeah, he doesn't know. You know what I mean? He's not gonna come after me in Toronto. How is he gonna know where I'm at? He's not gonna know where I'm at. You only know the place in Kingston. You don't know the place in Toronto. So he doesn't know my friends in Toronto. And my friends won't give out that information. If you try to message them on Facebook and stuff like that, they're not going to tell them where I'm at. Why would they tell them that? They don't know who you are. As soon as you message them, they're going to block you. Just like that. So there's not going to be no communication. There's not going to be no connection. There's not going to be nothing. Okay? But cool. I'll give you one more payment, but that's about it. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm not paying you after the end of August if you can't help me out anymore, and if you can't be cool with me, and if you know what I mean. It doesn't work like that. And I'm back in Toronto, so it's time to move on, man. That's it. So I don't know, man. I'm just too stressed in Kingston. I was stressed in Toronto years ago when I was hanging out with certain people, but I'm not hanging out or I'm not seeing or I'm not talking to those certain people. So it's a different situation, and I'm in a good area in Toronto. This is a family area, just like Kingston. This is a family area. There's no gangs here. There's no, like, this is like a rich area in Kingston, right? In Toronto. This is a rich area. So, but yeah, man. If if I don't find a place, um, within like 3 months, if I don't find a good place in Toronto within 3 months, my friend told me, I mean, the shelters can help you out. That's what they're there for. But the reason why he only wants it for 3 months, he doesn't want me staying here forever. That's just the kind of person he is, because he's a very busy person, right? I mean, you know what I mean. He doesn't want to, like, right now he's gonna be supporting me because I wanted to get out of the situation that I was in. So he's cool with that, and I haven't seen him or I haven't hung out with him in like so many years, right? So yeah, it's a different situation, it's a different story. So so he's cool with this, you know what I mean? But after, 3, 4 months, you know what I mean? It's just like a bag of chips. It's gonna go stale at some point, you know what I mean? In a few months or something, right? So yeah, that's just the person that he is. And if he has like other people over, and if they think I'm weird, you know, he, you know, um, yeah, I don't know. That's just the way he is. Um, but because I'm here now, he's gonna tell his other friends, and he's probably gonna meet them like at their place instead. Because, like, sometimes he does have roommates here for like a few months, and then he lets them go, or they find like their own place, because he wants me to have my own place. But he doesn't want me just to have a room. He wants me to have like a bachelor. And um he knows a lot of people, and I can get a bachelor for like $600 in Toronto. I can get a bachelor as cheap. But because he knows the person, that's why I'll get it for that price. Most prices are like 800 or more, like 850. But because it's a friend, it's through his friend, so he can get me into a bachelor. But the problem is with that is right now is someone's still living in that bachelor. They're not. I think they're moving in October or November. Yeah, I think November or something. Yeah, November, like November 1st, the end of October or something. Yeah. So so I'm probably gonna be with him for maybe some until like November or something. Yeah. Because yeah, that's what he was telling me. Because he was talking to his friend, and he told me that, yeah, that the person is there until November, and then he said, I can stay with him until then. So basically, I already have a place. I have a place I can go to. Um, but I have to like transfer my ODSP from Kingston to Toronto. I have to, probably do that, in September or something, you know what I mean? And then November will be 2 months, so I just have to work on that. But yeah, I want to thank um, my friend Raymond, whatever, I don't think people are gonna care what his name is, but my friend Raymond, his name is Raymond, so Ray, and then Mon, like Raymond, whatever. Um, and he's a really good friend, so it's that, he's a real good friend, and he's a giving person. He's a friend that really cares. I mean, we just stopped talking. No, we talked a little bit on Facebook, but he's a busy person, right? And he sometimes he works like in Belleville and Lansdowne and Brockville and stuff like that, right? So yesterday was the right time and the right feeling because he was closer to Kingston, right, at the time. Because he was working there, right? He was doing a project out there, right? So But he said that's all done now. He's working back in like Toronto and Oshawa now and stuff. So, but he doesn't work on weekends though. He only works Monday to Friday, right? He doesn't work, Saturday and Sunday, right? So yeah, so on weekends and stuff like that, we'll be hanging out, and of course when he comes home from work. But there's going to be certain times when he's working, he's going to be over. He might be gone for like maybe 2 days because, like, if he's working, say, um, like, say that he has to work in Oshawa, he could still come back to Toronto, but if he has to work there 2 days in a row in Oshawa, he would just get a hotel instead of coming back and forth from Toronto or Scarborough, wherever, all the way to like Oshawa, right? It'll be kind of back and forth, a waste of gas kind of thing. So yeah, that's the kind of person he is, right? I mean, Oshawa's not far from Toronto or Scarborough, but yeah, if he's working 2, 3 days in a row at the same place, he's just gonna get a hotel, and his company pays for it, right? So yeah, he doesn't have to pay for that. So he's really lucky, you know what I mean? But yeah. So yeah, man, I just wanted to come on this stream and let people know what's going on. Um, it is what it is. So, yep. I mean, K-Town, K-Town, Kingston. It was great. I enjoyed my time, but after 5.5 years, it was time to come back home. It was time to come back to Toronto, Scarborough, or whatever. It's all Toronto. It's all the same, right? You know what I mean? So it was time. Eventually, things will get better. In a few months or so, things will. I'll start hanging out with, the friends I went to school with and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Probably meet a new girl. So, Kingston, like, when I first moved to Kingston, okay, I said this. I said, Toronto is dead. To me, Toronto is dead because I didn't like Toronto anymore. And there's some parts still don't, there are certain things I still don't like about Toronto, which is the crime, the killings, the shootings, and all that other shit. But I don't hang around with those people, so I don't have to worry about that. So when I first moved to Kingston, I was like in 2012 and stuff, in 2012, I was like, well, fuck Toronto. I'm done with Toronto. Toronto, rest in peace. Toronto is dead. But after 5.5 years, after 5 years, I'm now going to say, because of the people and because everybody hates me in Kingston, my family, my ex-girlfriend, whatever, and some friends, I'm going to say, well, Kingston, I'm going to say now, in late 2017, I'm going to say now that Kingston is dead to me. Rest in peace, Kingston, Ontario. K-Town is, I'm talking to my dad again. I'm talking to my other cousins, my dad's family, not my mom's family. My mom's family I don't talk to, but my dad's family, I'm talking to them again. So yeah, I'm kind of like reuniting with Toronto again. I'm giving T dot the 6. I'm giving it another chance. But after Toronto, if things get fucked up again, I don't know what's next. But I'm not going to go back to Kingston because, Toronto was the past. but Toronto can also be the future, and Kingston is now the past because, yeah. But I had so many opportunities. I could have made Kingston last until May or April of 2018. I could have stayed there until mid 2018. I could have, but I I just couldn't take it anymore. I needed to be around other people. I needed to be around other people that could be honest with me, other people that I know that can help me out when I need help. You know what I mean? I can easily go to a shelter right now. I can easily go to a rehab because, the rehab, they help you out. You can stay there for 6 months. They help you out with like food and, they give you a room. But I think in the room you do have to share that room. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. In the shelter, yeah, it is what it is. You meet people, but you have to be careful though, because shelters can be a lot of crazy people. You know what I mean? And they might like steal your stuff. But you just have to be careful, right? So, but yeah, man, I'm just back in the six. Toronto, T dot. I'm back home.